Hello and welcome back. It's been a while and we're going to get on with an unboxing. Of course, the last time I unboxed anything would have been the last set, and this next set, Ikoria Lair of Behemoths, has been delayed in North America by I think around a month. And also, I when I ordered this, I didn't expect it to necessarily arrive on time. So a little bit delayed in Canada Post, but that's to be expected. We're living in very strange times with COVID-19, and this arrived sometime I think this week. So this weekend I'm going to pop it up onto the YouTube channel for everybody to enjoy. And yeah, this is the first time I've actually looked at the set properly. I've again tried to avoid reading any spoilers. I've got a little bit of an understanding of the mechanics in the set. The other thing that obviously got released at this time, they synchronized it up, was the Commander product. So Commander 2020 was actually released alongside this, and I do actually have that. So I'm going to slow roll it again. I want to really savor it, so that the first time I'm unboxing this, I'm actually unboxing it on camera. So I'm going to be rolling the Commander product out over a series of videos, every week or so, maybe 2 a week, and just work my way through that and check what's in there. So I think we better press on with the unboxing. You've waited long enough to see an unboxing on this channel. I trust everybody is as well as they can be considering the circumstances. I've been fairly lucky because I'm able to work remotely, so it's seen some changes, but at least I'm still in gainful employment. Okay, so usual stuff. We have this spacer box. As I've mentioned, the encyclopedia is gone, and has been gone for quite a number of sets now. I'm pretty disappointed in that. I can sort of understand why they did it from, cost-wise. And I imagine also with all the different variants now, it's one less thing to have to worry about printing, which is going to feature all the card artwork. Now we've got these various types of artwork within a set. But yeah, I really do miss it, actually. It was quite nice to just have it at the start of the video. So there we go. If we open the fat pack as usual, nice bit of long artwork there. Just going to look at the back of this. I did notice here there's a little bit about mutating, which is in the set. So, okay, mutating your creatures. Mutate is a keyword ability in Ikoria that allows you to combine non-human creatures into your own custom monsters. You can cast a creature spell for its mutate cost, targeting any non-human creature you own. Once that spell resolves, you choose whether it goes on the top or bottom of the target creature. The result is a single creature that has all the top cards' characteristics, power, toughness, types, abilities, etc., plus the abilities of all the cards underneath. There is no limit to the number of mutate cards you can add to a creature. Remember, once a card mutates into a creature, it will remain a part of that creature until it leaves the battlefield. Note, abilities that begin with the phrase "whenever this creature mutates" trigger on all the cards in the mutated creature, including the one that was just cast. Okay. Sounds complicated. Okay, another nice box for all your cards. Some land here, probably the same as usual, but we'll see. I suspect there's some non-foil land and some foil land. I did actually know about this other thing, which I'll show you in a moment. So we've got 10 packs here to work our way through. These, we've now got these sort of push out token style things that I've noted that I did pick up on. So Menace, First Strike, Hexproof, Lifelink, +1/+1, Reach, and on the other side, Flying, Trample, Death Touch, Flying, Vigilance, +1/+1. I think these also will turn up in the Commander product when we get around to opening that. Then we've got a reminder of the formats, and just an ad there, and then a bit about Planeswalker loyalty and blocking and attacking. Okay, so let's focus in on this and take a look at the artwork. We'll go through the non-foil stuff first, I think, and then we'll see how the foils pop, because that's always interesting to see how the foil, what it does to sort of elevate the land artwork. Okay, so my suspicions are what we're going to get here is one of each piece of artwork, and they haven't done that lazy thing that they've done in some sets where it's all the same artwork, which is good. So we're getting 3 types of artwork here in the 5 colours. Obviously going to see some artwork when we open the packs for land, or some land in the packs. I think the other thing they may have done with this set, I'm sure I heard it somewhere. Oh, there we go. We've got a few extras there to bring it up to the 20. So some repeat artwork, I believe. Let's just check that. Yep, that makes sense if there's only 3 pieces of artwork and there's 20 land in that pack. Yeah, so in the packs we've got basic lands, but I think there might also be what they've done, which they've done before, is occasionally the basic land might be swapped out with a common dual land, but we'll see. I did have a very, very quick look, I think, at some of the cycles in the set and various other things, and I think there's some very interesting lands in this set if we get lucky with the rares. So what they've started doing with these bundles is they have like a foil token in here, a creature token. So this is classification 5 and 2 green, enchantment aura. It's a rare. It's a rare. Rarity is rare. Enchant creature. When classification enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +20/+20. Okay. And now we just have the foil versions of that same land. I think light here is pretty good for this. I've tried to make it now so the light in here, you don't get so much glare, but we get a bit more chance for the artwork to pop. I don't know how well that's doing that. Camera's at a slightly different angle than where I'm sort of looking at this, so just notice like they're doing that thing with the foil again, where it's yeah, you can see that marbling down in where the Manam symbol is. That looks pretty cool actually, that one. That's, oh wow, I imagine that's good. Yeah. Can you see that? I'm trying to get the foil to pop out, not just the light sort of reflecting, which is actually quite difficult. There's like, can you see there's like a reoccurring theme there with the one piece of artwork with that sort of fissures there. Look at that. You see those, like they look like rubies. I'm assuming that's supposed to be lava. I don't know. Yeah, it looks. It's one time it actually looks better. Oh, hang on. Anyway, you know I like my artwork on lands, and I know there's quite a few people that watch the channel that also appreciate the land artwork. So that's why we spend a bit of time on this. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but what the hell. of each of the particular artwork to bring that back up to 20. Okay, here we go now. Just going to make sure this accidentally chop off the art any of the cards. Okay, so let's open these up, see what we get. So, what do you say this is, like dinosaur stroke big monsters? What's that stuff? Okay, so crustacean. So starting off with our commons, lurking deadeye. I'm just going to try and make sure I can spot the some of the main keywords and abilities in the set. So we got Dranith's Stinger, which actually has cycling on it. Okay, so Mysterious Egg actually does mention mutate. So this is a creature egg. It's 1 mana to cast. It's a 0/2. It's actually colourless creature. Whenever this creature mutates, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. Frostlynx is in the set. Unexpected Fangs. Put a +1/+1 counter and a lifelink counter on target creature. Day Squall Marshal. Mosscoat Guriak, I think that might be. Spontaneous Flight. Some of these, like that one, I imagine the foil looks really cool if that's done right. Blood Curdle. That's menace counters it's talking about. Neutralize is in here. It's got cycling as well. Valiant Rescuer, also got cycling, so there's clearly a cycling theme in here. Back for More. There's fight in the set. So we've gone into our uncommons, and our first pack, it actually has a mythic in it. So we have Nethroi, Apex of Death. 2 white, black, green, legendary creature, Cat Nightmare Beast. Now there's a combination. Interesting, look what they've done sort of with the mutate area. I don't know how clear that is. Actually, it doesn't look particularly brilliant on the camera. And I'm having trouble from actually seeing it from here. So let's see how we do here. Mutate 4 green-white hybrid, then black-black. Well, that's a combination of mana. If you cast this spell for its mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top plus all abilities from under it. It's a 5/5, Death Touch and Lifelink. Whenever this creature mutates, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. You just had enough room on there for that. And then in our land slot, we've actually got Rugged Highlands. So I was talking about this. So there's non-basic, could they call these life lands, I think. So they enter the battlefield tapped, and then as it enters the battlefield you gain 1 life, and this one taps for red or green. And then there's a human soldier token. So that's cool. We've got a mythic straight out of the box. Okay, Go for Blood. Cycling on it. Light of Hope. Of One Mind. Card draw on that. Dead Weight is in here. Lava Serpent. Just check that. Yep. Cycling. Plummet. Flycatcher. Giraffid or Giraffid. Granith Healer. Essence Scatter is in the set. So we have a Trumpeting Gnar with sort of full art alternate. 1 green blue creature beast 3/3 mutate 3 green blue hybrid. Whenever this creature mutates, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. That's an uncommon. That looks pretty cool actually. Still retains the border though on that one. Lead the Stampede. Sanctuary Smasher. First strike and cycling for 2 and a red. And our rare is Yidaro, Wandering Monster. 5 and 2 red for an 8/8 legendary creature dinosaur turtle. I imagine we see some pretty good combinations here of creature types and subtypes. It's got trample, haste, cycling, 1 and a red, and again it's pretty small. See how I do here. When you cycle Yidaro, Wandering Monster, shuffle it into your library from your graveyard. If you've cycled a card named Yidaro, Wandering Monster 4 or more times this game, put it onto the battlefield from your graveyard instead. Do this before you draw. And then our folder is Rooting Moloch, 4 and a red, 4/4, creature lizard. When Rooting Moloch enters the battlefield, exile target card with a cycling ability from your graveyard. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card, cycling 2 colourless. Cycling cost is 2, discard this card, draw a card. Okay, it's just explaining what cycling is there. And then we've got forest and some more of these punch out tokens which you sort of saw earlier. So it looks like we're going to be alternating there between things like, you know, tokens and punch out tokens, and then obviously basic lands and those life land dual lands. Okay. I don't know how loud that's coming out. Unfortunately, I picked the time to shoot this video when someone's clearly mowing their lawn. Anyway, we will move on. Durable Coil Bug, Raking Claws, Thieving Otter, Blitz Leech, it's got flash on it, Blister Split Gremlin, Blade Banish, it's cool, Excavation Mole, wow, Perimeter Sergeant, I'm loving some of the artwork on this, Sudden Spinnerets, Jubilant Skybonder. Clearly hybrid mana is a thing in this set, as we've seen several cards with hybrid. Splendor Mare. So I'm just taking my time with this because this is some real interesting artwork on here. Lifelink cycling. When you cycle Splendor Mare, put a lifelink counter on target creature you control. Yeah, so they've obviously combined up abilities with cycling. Skull Prophet. Oh, that's interesting. Black and a green creature human druid that can be tapped for black or green mana. Tap, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. That's a 3/1. That'll be at home in that. I'm trying to remember that commander deck I built, which was where a lot of graveyard shenanigans were going on. And our rare is Gogler the... No, sorry, not Gogler. Gogler the Titan Ape. 3 and 3 green. Legendary creature ape. It's 7/6. When Gogler the Titan Ape enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Whenever Gogler attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. 1 in the green, return target human you control to its owner's hand Gogglard gains indestructible until end of turn. And we've got another foil. This is our second foil. Got a Void Beckoner. Oh no, maybe no. Actually, no, I made a mistake there. So got a 4 here. A Nightmare Horror, 6 and 2 black. It's got Death Touch and Cycling. And another one of these Life Lands, Tranquil Cove in the land slot, and then another Punch Out token. I'm getting so absorbed in the cards, I'm having trouble remembering what was in the other boosters. I must admit, it is definitely nice if you can do this where you've not, looked at the cards at all before you open any boosters. Okay, or looked at very few. Capture Sphere, Mutual Destruction, Spell Eater Wolverine, Sleeper Dart, Facet Reader, Unlikely Aid, Day School Marshal, Cavern Whisperer. It's got Mutate on it, so we've got a common here with Mutate. So Mutate 3 and a blue, 3 and a black. Sorry. If you cast a spell for its Mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top plus all abilities from under it. It's a 4 and a black to cast if you don't mutate. And it's got Menace, and whenever this creature mutates, each opponent discards a card. Another Flycatcher Girafid. Pacifism is in the set with different artwork from the usual Grok or whatever the character's called. Polywog Symbiote, Duskfang Mentor, Heartless Act. That's interesting, a destruction spell that cares about counters. Okay. Rare is okay. So yeah, I was hoping I get one of these so we can talk about this. So this is a Zagoth Triome. We've seen tri-lands before in Magic's history. That generate 3 colours. There's a lot of different stuff like that in the Shards block, and then again for the Khan's block. Both 3 colour sets, although they were based on a slightly different distribution of the 3 colours. One was what's it called, Shard, and the other one was Wedge. So Zagoth Triome enters the battlefield tapped. Add black, green, or blue. It has cycling for 3 on it as well, so it's a cycling land as well as being a 3 colour land, and it also has the land types on it: swamp, forest, island, which has interaction with obviously fetch lands that fetch particular land types, or any form of card that references a land type. This has implications for that. We've got planes and a human soldier. So yeah, I'm pleased we got one of those so we could talk about that cycle of lands in the set. Okay. We have Go for Blood. It's got cycling on it. Another Plummet. Very different artwork than the usual one. Keep Safe. Durable Coil Bug. Lava Serpent. Crustacean. Thwart the Enemy. Snare Tactician. Okay, another one of these all art, alt and full art. Migratory Greathorn. So this is a common. It's 3 and a green, creature beast, 3/4, mutate, 2 and a green. Whenever this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Got Divine Arrow. Oh, and another one. Necropanther, 1 white, black, creature, cat, nightmare. It's an uncommon, it's a 3/3. It's mutate, 2 white, black hybrid. Whenever this creature mutates, return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. Primal Empathy. And our rare slot, we have Labyrinth Raptor, black-red, 2/2, creature, nightmare, dinosaur with menace. Whenever a creature you control with menace becomes blocked, defending player sacrifices a creature blocking it. Black-red, creatures you control with menace get +1/+0 until end of turn. We've got another one of these lifelands in the form of Thornwood Falls, which taps for green or blue once it's untapped, and then just arena adverts, so there's always the odd ad cards popping up. Looks like there's another one, maybe. Much prefer a token. Serrated Scorpion, Raking Claws, Garrison Cat, Frostvale Ambush with cycling on it, Lurking Deadeye, Glimmer Bell. Imagine that's pretty cool if you get the foiling right on one of those in foil. Essence Symbiote, Checkpoint Officer, Fertilid, Pouncing Shore Shark, which has mutate on it. It's a shark beast. Mutate with 3 and a blue with flash, and whenever this creature mutates, you may return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand, and it's a 4/3. So we moved on to our uncommons. This is interesting. We've got some tricolour artifacts here. So yeah. So these are cycling. 3 to cast, tap 4, green, blue or red, and cycle for 2. Auspicious Storix, so another mutate creature, 5 and a green, and underneath it, whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from the top of your library, exile until you exile X permanent cards, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Put these permanent cards onto the battlefield. So it's a 6/6 for a 4 and a green with a mutate cost of 5 and a green. Our rare is Dranith Magistrate, creature, human, wizard. Your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands, and it's a 1/3. And oh wow, we saw this earlier but not in foil, so we have a foil Mysterious Egg. That looks good. Again, let me see if we can get the foil, not the reflection. It's pretty difficult. But yeah, maybe it looks better. It looks better probably in life than it does on the camera. But again, it's, yeah, that's tricky. Again, look, there's that. I don't know if you can see that. The artwork's actually going underneath the. It's very faint. It is in the rules text area to a certain degree. It's like pseudo full art. They got an island and a dinosaur token. Okay. Blazing Volley. Phase Dolphin, Corpse Churn, Forbidden Friendship. Create a 1/1 red dinosaur creature token with haste and a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Adaptive Shimmerer. Gust of Wind. Patagia Tiger, I think that is. Cloud Piercer with Mutate on it for 3 and a red. And reach, whenever this creature mutates, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So 5/4 for 4 and a red versus this mutate cost for 3 and a red. Honey Mammoth. Oh, there we go. Another one of these fancy artworks. Vulpikeet, 3 and a white. Creature Fox Bird. Wow, there's a combination for you. 2 and a white. Flying, whenever this creature mutates, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it's a 2/3. Got Ivy Elemental, Unbreakable Bond, and okay, so I get it. So yeah, so that was a. So I got confused there. That was a common, that one, and this one here. The fancy artwork is at uncommon. Boneyard Lurker. 2 black green 4/4 creature nightmare beast. Mutate 2 black green hybrid. Whenever this creature mutates, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. We have an ultimatum in our rare slot. So Eerie Ultimatum, 2 white, 3 black, 2 green. Sorcery, return any number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, that looks interesting in Commander. Thornwood Falls, Lifeland in green-blue, and a Human Soldier token. Suffocating Fumes, Dranith Stinger, Aegis Turtle, so vanilla 0/5 for 1 blue, Whisper Squad, Prickly Marmoset, Almighty Bushwag, I think that is, Ram Through, Manned Serval with Vigilance. That's pretty cool artworks. Another one of these ones where the sort of artwork's bleeding underneath the rules text and sort of light just faintly showing through. It's Farfinder. Escape Protocol. Keensight Mentor. Momentum Rumbler. And our rare is Crystalline Giant. Something interesting lurking behind here. I'm trying not to spoil it, but we'll see. Crystalline Giant, 3 colourless artifact creature giant for a 3/3. Okay, that's not bad for an artifact. Often you've found with artifacts they often were lower powered for their casting cost because they could be played in the decks. I mean, I'm talking historically here, you know, way back in Magic's history. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, choose a kind of counter at random that Crystalline Giant doesn't have on it from among Flying, First Strike, Death Touch, Hexproof, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, Vigilance, and +1/+1. Put a counter of that kind on Crystalline Giant. That's super interesting. Okay, so let's what interesting thing we've got here. Okay, that is cool. That actually is both, you know, that's sort of, as I'm calling it, however we want to look at it, alt art, fancy artwork. That's extended all the way out, and it's in foil. Okay, that is very nice in terms of the artwork. It's a 1 and a white 3/5. The rarity, it's rare. It's a rare foil. Creature Cat is mutate 2 and 2 white with lifelink. Whenever this creature mutates, create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink. There we go. Little creatures in the background with their glowing eyes. That's pretty cool. And we've got a plains and another one of those. Oops. Little token Okay, we're now down to the last 2 packs. I really am slow rolling this, but it's how it sort of comes out when you've deliberately not seen or tried to avoid looking at the set. Hampering Snare, Dead Weight, another one of those. Cathartic Reunion, Wingfold Pteron. I'm never sure how you say that, whether it is Pteron, Wingfold Pteron. The one with choices about what you can put on it. Memory Leak is in here. Tentative Connection. Adventurous Impulse. Solid Footing. Boot Nipper. Survivor's Bond. Barrier Breach. So we're moving on to uncommons. Call of the Death Dweller. Now that would look cool in foil. Regal Leosaur with Mutate on it. So red and a white for regular casting cost. For 2/2, the Mutate cost is 1 red-white hybrid. Whenever this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. Oh, nice. It's got a foil, not a foil. A regular rare slot here, but it's a legendary creature elemental elk, 4 red-green hybrid for a 5/5 with companion. So this has companion on it. I don't think, well, unless I accidentally skip one over, I think it's the first companion card we've seen in this set. So these, the way these work is they allow you to do something different if you build your deck in a certain way. So companion, no card in your starting deck has more than one of the same mana symbol in its mana cost, and this is Gigantha the Wellspring. If this card is your chosen companion, you may cast it once from outside the game. So of course we all know a format where you're likely to not have only, hang on, what am I saying? I'm talking rubbish, sorry. I'm getting, there is one card or a card that I'm aware of in the set, probably one of several companion cards that is causing problems, and I thought this was along those lines. So this one, no card in your starting deck has more than one of the same mana symbol in its mana cost. If this card is your chosen companion, you may cast it once from outside the game. So this is the problem. What you've got here is there are a number of cards that are causing problems because you now have a card that is castable from outside the game based on certain deck building criteria. And in some formats, because it might be that might be just the way the decks are built, you end up with cards that are just auto includes because they're outside the game. Tap, add white, blue, black, red, green. This mana can't be spent to pay generic mana costs. Thornwood Falls. It's the battlefield tap. When Thornwood Falls enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Okay, so that's again in our normally where our basic land would be. As I said, they've been swapping these out. And then we've got a rather nice companion token. As each game begins, you can place 1 card with companion here. If your starting deck meets its condition, you may cast it once from here. Okay, our last pack. So we've definitely pulled some interesting stuff, lots of interesting alt artwork. The first pack we actually had our mythic. I think we've a couple of foils maybe. Oh yeah, we had that instance where we had the full rare with the full art, the full alt art, so that was cool. Okay, we've got Memory Leak, Prickly Marmoset, Startling Development of the cycling card, Gloom Pangolin. So that's another vanilla creature. Frenzied Raptor, another vanilla creature. Evolving Wilds is in the set with nice piece of artwork. That would look super cool in foil. Yeah, that's nice. Dreamtail Heron, 4 and a blue to cast for a 3/4, and its mutate is 3 and a blue with flying. Whenever this creature mutates, draw a card. Okay. Honey Mammoth. Checkpoint Officer. Fire Prophecy. Archipelago. Creature Leviathan, 7/7. 5 and 2 blue to cast conventionally, 5 and blue for its mutate cost, and whenever this creature mutates, up to X target creatures where tap up to X target creatures where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Reptilian Reflection. Cunning Nightbonder. Oh wow. So very nice. Another mythic. Full art. Vadrock Apex of Thunder. Blue, red, white. Legendary creature, elemental dinosaur cat. It's got a mutate cost of 1 white blue hybrid and 2 red. It's a 3/3 with flying, first strike, and whenever this creature mutates, you may cast target non-creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. And then we have Blossoming Sands and a very nice feather token. So yeah, that was a cool last pack. So it looks like we got bookended with our mythics, which is always nice. Hope you've enjoyed that. That took rather a while to do, but it's sometimes nice to go through these slowly and just get the full effect, because there's so much going on in these sets now with all the different artwork and all manner of things going on. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now, and everybody out there, stay safe.